Good evening. It's time to grab a cup of tea and let's have a chat about my personal opinion on the Winterspell Enchanted. Not based on play stats or how good the card is in the meta or how good it is to play, as I think there is already a lot of content out there for this. I want to review these cards as a piece of art and how much I would want this trading card in my collection. This is my personal opinion, so you might agree or disagree. Either way, do let me know in the comments below. I would love to know which cards you're excited for and what's your personal chase card. In this chat, I will discuss the choice of characters or franchises, the overall theme or art style of the Enchanteds, and whether they feel cohesive as a set. And then I will be reviewing them based on my personal opinion on the character or artwork. And I must emphasize, I am not a trained artist. I just really like the pretty pictures, and it's one of the reasons I enjoy playing and collecting Lorcana cards. I will then rank all the Winterspell Enchanted cards based on how much I want to pull the card myself and tell you which one will be my chase card for this set. This is solely based on artwork and not anything to do with the card's playability. When looking at all the Enchanted cards together, overall I really like the vibe and the art style of the Winterspell Enchanted cards. It's definitely one of my favourite art styles used for the Enchanted sets compared to previous sets. I believe the style is inspired by paper cutting art style, with the artwork having this illusion of layers of paper making up the overall image. I like it because to me it feels like a storybook illustration. The shapes of the paper layers have solid lines with slight shadows to create bright blocks of colour and almost 2D elements stacked to create an almost depth to the card. You can almost imagine tilting the card and almost being able to reach into the card. And I think this makes the cards really pop. And they also have this lovely swirl of like holographic glitter foil to depict the magic, or in some of the cards, it depicts the snow and the wind and movement. I really like this glitter foil. As previous sets, it was a solid gold or a silver, and I think it just feels more magical and gives more emphasis on that like winter snow feel and the sparkle of ice. As usual, this set has the Lorcana oil slick or ink spill style hollow foiling over the entirety of the card, and as someone who has been collecting from set 1, this has always been my favourite, as I know they dabbled in a few other styles in previous sets. But I think it really emphasises that lore of Lorcana with the idea that these characters are made from ink. So I'm happy to see that still there. Overall, I really like this Enchanted set as a collection. I think if you wanted to try and complete the set for your binder, they would look really good together. There's only like one card that I think doesn't really fit the theme and styling of the set, which is the Tamatoa. I can definitely see myself picking up the odd pack just in hopes of trying to get more than one Enchanted from the set, as I think they look really good together. The Enchanted character or franchise choices. So with Winterspell, there is a bit of an elephant, or shall we say a pink elephant in the room. I believe, or I've heard, that this set was designed to come out around Christmas. However, this set is now coming out mid-February, so it's been pushed back a bit. And while it is still winter, and it's got that big winter vibe, so that kind of fits, it did have a huge Christmas vibe, and you can see that the introduction of the Disney franchise Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol, which has quite a few cards in this set. But Christmas is well and truly behind us, and there's plenty of festive cards in this set, which just would have felt so much more fun to collect and open on the run up to Christmas and around that festive season. But now I'm so over Christmas, and I am just hoping to see sunlight again. I do wonder if the Enchanted cards were originally going to have more Christmas Carol characters, but fortunately for this set, it has only one Christmas Carol Enchanted included. So I think that is a positive, as I think if there was too many Christmas cards, it would feel out of place. There were some other new franchises being welcomed to the Lorcana world. We got given a very early sneak preview into Winterspell last year, with Pocahontas being teased. As a kid who grew up on the Disney Renaissance period, I am excited for Pocahontas. I have many fond memories watching that film on VHS, and I even have the tape cassette of music. So you can imagine I've imagined all possible different Pocahontas Enchanteds we might get. Miko, Flit, Percy the pug having his bath. Sadly, we only get one Enchanted for the Pocahontas franchise, which of course had to be Pocahontas herself. It would have been crazy if it wasn't. But I'm sad about missing out on a flick card, and I know so many friends who were excited for Miko. So what other franchises are there? Well, Winterspell also introduced us to Darkwing Duck, The Fox and the Hound, and Lilo and Stitch the series is making its debut. These new franchises obviously taking up quite a few spots in the Enchanted list. Darkwing Duck is getting 3 cards, but Fox and the Hound is only getting 1, with Lilo and Stitch franchise getting a whopping 4 out of the 19 Enchanted cards and all 3 of the Amber card slots. So if you're a fan of Lilo and Stitch, this is great for you. Personally, and please don't hate me for this, I enjoy the film. I just think Lilo and Stitch is over merchandise now. Stitch is basically like the Disney Pikachu. He sells, and I get it, but as someone who doesn't get excited about the Elvis-loving blue alien, I'm sad it's a high percentage of the available Enchanted slots for this set. Especially when Pocahontas only gets 1, and Fox and the Hound only get 1. Also, the Lilo and Stitch franchise has had plenty of previous set Enchanteds as well. They've had 5 other Enchanteds from previous sets and a set champs card. Great. And I know you could argue that Lilo and Stitch the series are separate, but I imagine if you like Lilo and Stitch, you're not going to worry about if it's from the series or from the film. And if you're an Enchanted collector for Lilo and Stitch, you already have 10 cards to chase, so leave some for the rest of us. The second major franchise taking up a lot of the card slots in Winterspell Enchanted cards is Frozen, with 4 slots out of the 18, or 19 if you're including the set champs Enchanted, which I am. And I mean, with a set theme of winter, this does make sense. Do I think Frozen cards are also overdone in Lorcana? Also, yes. They also have 6 other Enchanted cards available from previous sets, but that's my opinion, and I do get it. I get that Elsa is, like, from the first chapter was this massive chase card, and not because she was a playable card, but because she was pretty. It was a stunning card, one you wanted to have in your folder. And Frozen the film is a modern day classic, so it has that audience. So out of the 19 cards, 8 are already taken by just 2 franchises, which I think for franchises who already have many cards in previous sets, 1 or 2 of each would have felt a little nicer. And maybe we could have got another Pocahontas card, another Christmas Carol card, or another Fox and the Hound card. Would have felt a bit nicer and just given us a bit more chance of variation for our chase cards. The card with these sets, the odds are now heavily skewed towards it being a Frozen or Stitch card. I mean, it's a fantastic set to collect if you're chasing Frozen or Lilo and Stitch cards, because if you want those Enchanted, you're more likely to get one from this set than you are previous. I mean, great if you're into Frozen and you're chasing Frozen or Lilo and Stitch cards, but for me, who's chasing other cards, no. So now I'm going to give my reaction to each card art and whether I want to pull this card in a pack, if I am even lucky enough to pull one. And again, this is my opinion, and I'm not an artist trained person, so it's just whether I get good vibes or not. Lilo, Rockstar. I like this card art. It's bright and fun, and I do love a Floodborn card, as you get to see the characters in a different, unique way. And this Floodborn pairs perfectly with the Rockstar Stitch Floodborn, which incidentally also has an Enchanted style card. It's the set champs prize card, so harder to get, but I reckon these two would look great together in a collection. I don't own the Rockstar Stitch set champs Enchanted, so I won't be chasing this card. Ohana means family. Now, I know I said I'm not crazy about the amount of Lilo and Stitch cards that we're getting in Lorcana, but this card is a superb card. It's so cute with the ducklings, and it's the perfect representation for the Ohana means family title of the card. The ducklings representing Stitch when he felt lost and alone, and now him being sat next to Lilo reading a book with multiple ducks around, giving that warm, fuzzy feeling that he's not alone when he's with family. I would definitely be happy if I pulled this card. Raging Storm. As a positive, I like that we get an enchanted card with more characters from the Lilo and Stitch universe, and the Stitch is really adorable on this card. But does it spark joy and excitement for me? I'm going to say no. It might be just because it's another Lilo and Stitch card, and there are some nicer Lilo and Stitch cards out there in my opinion, but it just won't be one that I'm hoping to pull, but it is a nice card. Eeyore, in the way. A classic character in my opinion, and I'm surprised we haven't had more Winnie the Pooh Enchanteds. We've had a few scattered in previous sets, so for anyone hoping to get one of each of the 100 Acre Wood characters, this is a great addition. I love the snow and the magic sparkles on this card. Compared to the Lilo cards previously, this feels like a Winterspell Enchanted. It's just a nice character showcase card, but not much going on with it. And although I get it because it's the layered, papered art effect, where are the whites of his eyes? So if you want a card that represents the theme of the set, this is a great option. And Eeyore, you're never in the way. You fit perfectly here. Anna, Soothing Sister. This is another Floodborn version of Anna, and I really like this card. It has a really nice frame to it with the plants and the holographic door frame. I think it will really shine in real life. And I also love the magic winter wind lines around the character. It really reminds me of that Cinderella transformation magic scene. And I could imagine cosplayers dressing up in this Anna variation for set champs or events because it's a really lovely dress design. The colour scheme on this is really nice as well, with the purples and the greens. And it just makes that holographic door and the gold trim of the dress really enchanting and eye-catching. Okay, next up is Colours of the Wind. This card is colourful and really pops. The leaves, much like the film, are multicoloured and really stand out on the purple background. And I really like how much sparkle, glitter, magic lines you get on this one. I think in person, it will just really sparkle. The layers in this artwork really give me that feeling of a pop-up book. And as this is the only Pocahontas card that is enchanted, this is definitely one of my favourite cards from the set that I'm going to be hoping to pull. Mulan, Resourceful Recruit. Mulan in her training outfit. Now, I like this card and I will be happy to pull it. Mulan is one of my all-time favourite Disney movies, and when I first found out about Lorcana, I wanted Mulan cards. Have Mulan cards excited me yet? Surprisingly for me, no. I haven't been really drawn to them much yet. I look at this card and I really like it. It has a cute snowman, it's giving that winter theme, and it's framed with snow-covered trees. Mulan looks great with her fighting stance, and it's got that lovely layered paper feel to it. Even in the background, there are snowmen and more tents of the training camp, but I feel it's missing that magic that some of the other cards have. You could easily miss the glitter movement foil lines on this. Will I be happy if I pull this card? Absolutely, because Mulan is one of my favourite films. Will I actively hunt it down to add it to my collection? Probably not. There have been 5 Mulan Enchanteds now. 2 of them I don't even think should count, but I'm still waiting for the Mulan Enchanted card of my dreams. Todd knows all the tricks. Enchanting. This card is everything. The paper cut swirls of water paired with that oil slick holographic effect, it gives this card a beautiful rippling water effect. Todd is so cute looking, and it's that classic scene from the film where he tries to hunt the fish, and the magic swirls give this card a real feeling of movement, and you could almost see Todd just diving off the card to catch the fish. Now, I love this card, but if I showed you this card and said, what set is it from? Could you tell me it was Winterspell? Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's a beautiful card, but if you wanted to be picky, could it have benefited from a Snowflake? And also, while we're on the topic, where is Copper's enchanted card? But nonetheless, I really want this card. Freeze the Vine. This is another Frozen contender, but with more dramatic movement with the magic and the swirl, which is really nice. But the card feels dark compared to the others in the collection and doesn't give me that warm storybook vibe that I felt with some of the other cards. The cape is the only part that really stands out, as the rest of the card is in shades of dark green and purple. And I think it's a nice card that shows a great scene of the lore of Lorcana, so I'm excited to see where the story of Lorcana goes from this card. So if you're collecting Lorcana lore cards, this is definite candidate. But again, I just don't think I will go hunting for this card. But I'll be happy if I pull this card. Negaduck, Public Enemy #1. So, side note, I have never watched, seen, or heard of DuckTales, is it, before this set? So it's hard for me to judge these cards. I like the magic or movement lines with the little stars, and the colours are really nice on this card. Some cards lean heavily into the colours of the ink that they are a part of, whereas this one just has that sort of red on the hat, which is really highlighted because of the red on the name and the text box. Do I want to pull this card? I think I would be disappointed. I would probably look to trade this card if I pulled it, but that's because I don't know the franchise. The card is nice otherwise. So, Elsa, Ice Artisan. This card is going to glow in real life. I can just tell. The gold orb behind Elsa will sparkle, and the lighter white background will allow the holographic foiling to really shine. And I also like the Floodborn variation of this Elsa. It's a really different look for Elsa, but keeps her hair to keep that face recognisable, which I think can be an issue for some of the Floodborn characters when they don't feel so recognisable. I like this card just because it's so shiny. The cold never bothered me. Another Frozen card with the Floodborn Elsa. This card really reminds me of that first chapter Elsa. She follows a similar pose and is holding the snowflake in her hand. It also showcases the orb found in the previous Elsa Ice Artisan card. And I do wonder if this is some kind of hint or part of the lore, as the symbol shows up behind Elsa in both cards, and it is really prominent and takes up a good chunk of the card. It's much clearer in this card though, so I am interested to see if it pops up more in future sets. I don't know. Huge speculation, but maybe we might see a new ink colour. But it's not in that traditional hexagon, so I don't know. But I do really like this card. If I was collecting Frozen or Princess Enchanted, this would definitely be on my list. Scrooge, McDuck, Reformed Ebenezer. I am sorry, Scrooge McDuck. You would have been my chase card if this set came out on the run up to Christmas. You have everything I would want in a Winterspell chase card. You have this really gorgeous snow globe border, and the snowflakes and magic lines around the border really make this card sparkle. You have that warm, fuzzy Christmas feel, so this would have been great to pull on the run up to Christmas. And it's really got that storybook feel to it as well. But this set is coming out in February. We only have the Ghost of Christmas Past and the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, and it's a long way off. So I'm not fussed about Christmas now. So if I pull this card, I don't think I'm going to be that excited anymore. It is a very pretty card, and if it was December, it would be my chase. But for that, and the fact it's February now, Belle, Snowfield Strategist. I love Beauty and the Beast, and I think this is a perfect storyborn version of Belle to have in this set. So I'm really glad it got chosen for an enchanted card. The white background and the snow will really make the hollow foil shine on this card, so I can see it being a very sparkly card. It's simple character pose, much like the Mulan one, but I feel I am more drawn to this one because the magic lines just feel better. If you are collecting princess cards or Beauty and the Beast cards, this will be a must. I would definitely be happy to pull this card. Tamatoa, Seeker of Shine. This card is so shiny. The blue ink cards always seem to come out nice with the hollow foil, as it tends to have those lighter toned colours. But it's interesting to see that this Tamatoa isn't in that more simple block colour paper cut style that we've seen used on all the other Enchanteds. This one has a lot more shading and detail, and I do wonder if that's because we had a Tamatoa Enchanted before, that although it's also not block colour, it's very striking with bold colours, so it might have looked too similar. I still like this card, and it's nice to see Tamatoa getting his own little collection of enchanted cards. Will I be happy if I pull this card? It's a nice card. Do I want this card for my collection? Not really. There's other cards I would rather pull, but the artwork is really nice. I just don't really think that it fits this set. So, Angel Experiment 624. Another ink colour that really lends itself to making the cards really shiny. I really like the border on this one. It has 2 snowmen and snow-covered palm trees and a little house in the distance. And it has some nice magic lines, although not many, and they're not really dominating the card. But like the little stars are that sort of classic Disney wish upon a star. And they just do enough to really add the magic. Angel looks really good. She's got the bold colours, the curved lines make her look really cute in this card. But it's just another Lilo and Stitch card for me. So I won't be after this one. But I would be happy if I pulled it. Darkwing Duck, cool under pressure. I don't know what it is, but this card gives me Batman vibes. I like how the border gives the card a pop-up storybook layered paper depth that I have liked in the previous cards, and it's got the little Disney stars. The character looks good to me, but I have little knowledge on this character, so I can't say much more. But I do like this card. I just kind of hope that I pull my chase over this card. Let's get dangerous. This card gives you bang for your buck on how many characters can you fit on a card. It's got 6 full characters on the card, and I like this. It's fun and colourful, and there's action and superpowers, and it really has a lot going on in this card. Maybe I need to watch the Darkwing. And this is why I enjoy Lorcana, because you get to see franchises that don't get as much love in the mainstream Disney merchandise, and it can introduce you to shows and films you might not have seen or heard before. And I imagine if you like Darkwing, you will want this card. But I haven't seen it, so although it's enchanted can't be pulled from packs, I think it still kind of counts as an enchanted. So for the Set Champs Enchanted, we get Tinkerbell Snowflake Collector. And I love the title of this card. It's a really nice Dreamborn version of Tinkerbell, and I love the dress design. And I definitely expect to see this variation of Tinkerbell being cosplayed at Set Champs and big events. Because this is the Set Champ Enchanted, it doesn't get that glitter foil magic lines treatment, which is a shame because I could see that lovely white swirl in the middle looking really good in glitter foil. But I like how they keep the Set Champs Enchanted and the Enchanted you pull from packs separate, and they have a separate design. I love how the snowflakes in this card are layered in the background with Tinkerbell almost layered on top. This card feels like it has some real depth, and your eyes are really drawn to the Tinkerbell's face. I also like the new border for the Set Champs Enchanted cards. At the base of the card, it's got like a storybook, and I feel this is a really clear way of setting these apart from the base cards. I really like this Set Champ card, and I think the character choice is great on this, and I really think it represents the set theme well, and I will definitely attempt to try and get in the top 8 in a Set Champ to get one of these cards. So finally, what will be my top chase cards? So this is based solely on the look of the card and none of the stats or playability. This is just what I would hope to pull to put in my collection because I think it looks great. So we'll start from what cards I'm not going to be super happy to pull. I mean, I'll be happy to pull an Enchanted, but these cards just don't give me that excitement when I see them. And I'll probably, if I do get lucky enough to pull an enchanted card, if I pull this card, I'm probably going to be thinking, oh, I wish it was a different card. So the cards I'm not really fussed about, but I mean, I would still be happy to pull an enchanted. So we've got Darkwing Ducks, and this is solely on the caveat that I've never seen this show. So it's just, they wouldn't bring me joy if I pulled them. So that's Let's Get Dangerous, Darkwing Duck Cool Under Pressure, Negaduck Public Enemy number 1. Then we have the Lilo and Stitch cards. I'm sorry for Lilo and Stitch fans out there. The Ohana Means Family is just so good that I would rather that one over these. And again, I like the Lilo and Stitch movie. I didn't watch Lilo and Stitch the series, so it's not high on my wants list. So we've got Raging Storm, Lilo Rockstar, Angel Experiment 624. Then we have Freeze the Vine. Out of all the Frozen Enchanted cards, this card speaks to me the least. So I would hope for the others over this one. Finally, we have Tamatoa Seeker of Shine. He just doesn't feel like the rest of the cards in terms of the style of art used. And I really like that paper cut layered style. So I just hope to get one more that's like that style instead of the Tamatoa. I really like this card visually. And if it was in any other set, I'd probably want it. But it just represents the set the least for me. And as I am collecting personally one Enchanted for each set, I would rather it be one that fits the theme for me. Or at least was a character from a franchise that was newly introduced this set. Next on my pyramid of chase cards, we have I will be happy to pull because it will bring me joy section. We have Mulan, the resourceful recruit. I was hoping Mulan would be higher, but there's something about the card that just don't feel as magical. Anna, soothing sister. Just some of the other Frozens are better, and there's a lot of choice of Frozen ones. Eeyore in the way. I really like Winnie the Pooh cards. It's just the eyes are a little bit not Eeyore. Scrooge McDuck, reformed Ebenezer. Again, Christmas card. It's not Christmas. Not really fussed if I get it. The cold never bothered me anyway. Another Frozen card. Cards that I really like and I would really like for my collection. So maybe one day if I even see them out in the wild, I might trade for them or try and buy them. Belle, Snowfield, Strategist, because it's a snowy card. It's a snow fight and it's Belle's classic pink dress. Colours of the Wind. Pocahontas. I've been hyped for Pocahontas. I want a Pocahontas card. Want that card. Elsa, Ice Artisan. It's going to be so shiny and pretty. And I really like the Floodborn variations of the characters. And this is probably the best Frozen card. Tinkerbell's Set Champ card. So I'm definitely going to try and go to some Set Champs to try and get this card. Definitely fits the set well. So I really like and I would like it for my collection. And then the chase of the set. This is the card that I want to pull and I want in my binder. Todd knows all the tricks. If we could have a Todd and a Copper Enchanted card, I would want both. They would both be my chase. Todd looks so cute in this. I love Fox and the Hound. I cry to it. It's so good. Todd is my chase. So that's just my opinion on the cards, and I can't wait to open this set. So please let me know if you agree or disagree with any of the things that I've said. Please be nice in the comments. I hope you all get your chase cards for your collection. Goodbye.